Welcome back to the show that doesn't have a name yet as we continue our, travel down memory lane and travel towards maybe finding a title for this. I think last time we came up with, I think we did
We,
go, then we pitch forcible entry.
I think we just
Like that.
said
No, maybe we
forcible
shouldn't do
entry.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like forcible entry. It makes me feel
Hey
weird.
man, I at first you think you're not gonna like forcible entry, but it really grows on you. You know, you get
Ah,
used to
well,
it.
if you
I'm just
believe
saying.
in an afterlife, I'm pretty sure that we're all going to hell on that one.
Well, I'll see you there.
Yep.
I have
So,
already booked my first class ticket to hell, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
do you remember the pay-per-view that WWF had that was like something Highway to Hell and it had like Stone Cold Steve Austin with like three burning heads or whatever? I
That was the
clearly remember that.
SummerSlam '98, wasn't it? That was the sort of tagline for it, was the highway
Yeah,
to
I
hell.
remember they actually shilled out and got the AC/DC song.
Mm.
I mean, it was no Great Balls of Fire, that's for sure.
Are we gonna watch that SummerSlam next after this?
Are you saying we're gonna watch Great Balls of Fire after this?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Oh man, the only what I can only remember about that show. I remember one thing, and I remember the really weird Enzo versus Cass match. I think, and neither of those guys work there anymore.
How is that I don't remember anything about it.
No.
I used to. So this was right around the time I had gotten Lori and her friend Karen into professional wrestling, and we got in. Karen is, by the way, a huge Japanese wrestling fan, and she watches a whole bunch of promotions I've never even heard of, and talks about people I've never heard of. And so she started out. We used the New Day as like her entry drug, and she got super into the New Day, and then it kind of like fell apart from there. And now she's super involved in like pro wrestling Noah and DDT and stuff.
Mhm.
But anyway, when we first started, that was when we first started watching. So, she would come over every month and we would, watch the pay-per-view. And, I think she called it like Day of Athleticism. That was the nickname for it. So yeah, no, that was a long story. But anyway, yeah, we're not going to be watching Great Balls of Fire or Survivor Series 98. This is our third episode of the show that has no name. Episode 1, we watched In Your House 1.
Yes.
And then we watched a episode of Velocity. It was like I think May of 2002, maybe.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it was
I didn't write
good.
it down.
Watch the first 15 minutes for the Billy Kidman Tajiri match, and then you can just turn it off.
Yes.
And then now for episode 3, from the recommendation of Dylan, we are watching the April 12th, 2000 edition of WCW Thunder, the show that Eric Bischoff didn't want. Because the very story is that Ted Turner said we should have another show, and Bischoff's like, we have Monday Nitro that's 3 hours long, and then we have Saturday Night, which is an hour long. We don't need another one. But then Ted Turner's like, I have millions of dollars, and Eric Bischoff said, okay, we'll try. And basically the whole story behind it is everyone hated Thunder. No one wanted to do it. Everyone was tired and burnt out, and like all the top named stars never wanted to wrestle on it. So yeah, WCW Thunder, the redheaded stepchild of the promotion, and one that I have very fond memories of.
Fair enough. Well, then,
So with us,
if you got fond memories of it, you're gonna enjoy this.
I told you when you first told this, you get ready for so many defenses. You're gonna see like fucking Scott Steiner with like a caged animal. I'm like, oh, but see, Steiner's really good. Anyway, joining us for this one is our friend John, and if you've ever listened to a podcast with Dylan, you've definitely heard John from the infamous Wrestling Doesn't Make Sense podcast.
Yes.
Hello. I'm looking forward to watching some awful WCW.
See, that's an oxymoron. There is no awful WCW. There's great and there's amazing. That's it.
Okay, well, see about that. I mean, WCW itself is about to prove you wrong, so.
Well, we will. Yeah, when I saw this was a Vince Russo era Nitro Thunder, I was really sad. so this is gonna be a lot about me lying to myself. Yeah. Anyway, so this the same thing as we're doing this like we did last time. So if you are listening to this, go to your WB Network account, pull up WCW Thunder, find the April 12th edition. It is an hour and 27 minutes long, and we are going to do a little countdown. We're going to watch the intro because what kind of a hedonist are you if you don't? And let's watch it together and then not talk about matches as they happen.
Yeah, just talk about how much of a racist Hulk Hogan is again.
He should be here for this, so we will have some racist talk. And if not, I mean, this is WCW. There's some racists on this roster.
There's definitely a racist in there somewhere. Yeah.
All right. So guys, we're gonna go at the count of 3, or well, I guess count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Finally, we get ourselves in WCW.
Now, can you guys hear what's going on mine?
I can't hear anything.
No.
All right, cool. So I have the volume up, but I'm wearing headphones, so I can still hear everything.
Okay. Well, there's our boy Russo.
That's my boy Bischoff right there. I'm talking about.
I'd like to see them in a fight.
No, see, you look at this ring. This is a gathering of greatness. I see. Well, we're talking about racist. There's the Harris twins.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our boy Sid with his fucking ramen noodle hair.
So this was like basically Bischoff and Russo were like, we're gonna hit the reset button, and like they stripped all of the champions of their belts and basically just acted like all of the continuity in WCW didn't exist anymore.
Mm.
They got rid of the NWO, and at this point, I think there's NWO 2000 started the year.
There he is.
What's up, brother? Hey, it's Billy Kidman.
Wait, where did bring back Billy Kidman?
There he's back there. Oh, he just got
he killed him
by Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
Nice. Love that weak ass chair shot too. Hey, look, it's 3 count.
Oh, there they go.
There they go. Oh, that's my boy Jeff Jarrett.
There's
Mr. Perfect.
You talking about Russo there?
We were just talking about Sean Stasiak.
Oh my God, Sean Stasiak.
Shane Douglas got the franchise.
Van Hammer looking really sick. Russo with his baseball bat. Oh,
he just cursed a whole bunch, and Vince Russo's hitting Ric Flair with a bat.
Kevin Nash is like, I don't give a fuck as long as you're paying me.
It's Mike Awesome hitting Kevin Nash with a crutch.
Was that 70s guy?
Hell yeah.
Or is that Loves Fat Women, Mike Awesome?
I don't think he's either of those at the moment yet.
I think he's only just come from ECW at this point, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen him as? I saw him as a 70s guy. It's
not great.
It's disappointing. Put it that way.
Fat chick thriller. Mike Awesome, that was good
too. Who looks
at
fucking Mike Awesome and thinks, you know what, this guy needs a 70s gimmick. That'll really get this guy over.
That's Russo though. Because Russo was just like, I used to talk to these guys and I'd be like, yo, what kind of things do you like to do? And I'd base the gimmicks off it.
I love that shot of Bret Hart where he was just like, I signed with this company for this. I should have stayed where I was.
What's a gold chain around Russo's neck? It looked like he had like a gold dipped chicken leg.
Even Bischoff is looking at him and going, it's a bit much, don't you think?
You are missing the best wrestling theme in the world right now.
I don't think I am.
It sounds like if Pantera was, 3 guys who are missing fingers.
Isn't the greatest wrestling and theme song that shitty Green Day song?
There's a Green Day song?
Didn't Green Day do like Raw for a while?
Did Green Day do Raw? I thought Papa Roach did it.
No, after that.
Green Day?
Wasn't it Green Day? I'm pretty sure. I am convinced Green Day did the theme.
This sounds like some weird proto death metal. Like I said, you guys can't hear it because you don't have your volume on. But this sounds like weird generic death metal.
We get some fireworks.
Yeah.
Let's set everybody on fire. Fuck them.
It's not really great pyro either because like the smoke is so Jesus Christ. Have you ever been in an arena with pyro? The heat is amazing.
Do you know what I really like about this is how excited everybody is. Like
they have no idea what they're in for.
They have no idea what the fuck they're about to see. David
Arquette.
Yeah, there's David Arquette. Promoting Ready to Rumble, David Arquette.
Oh, was David Arquette in Ready to Rumble? I was not aware. They never mentioned it on WCW. Look at this
All right,
fucking
now who's
face.
our opening match? Because I'm excited as hell now. I'm pumped up.
I
Oh no,
wouldn't
we
want
don't get
to-
an opening match. We get Eric Bischoff.
Well, Eric Bischoff could be
He could
coming
be
out to do
wrestling.
a match. Yeah, he could come out and fight Tajiri in like a 20-minute classic. And you're like, whoa, dude, didn't see that coming. Or he could be fighting Stacy Keibler in a brown
No, we
panties match.
hold up. We got Russo. We got Tori Wilson and Billy Kidman. I see Shane Douglas
Shane
back there. I
Douglas.
see Vampiro back there.
We got to see Sean Stasiak, our boy.
There's Buff Bagwell, I think.
Yeah, the wall.
The wall. There's some more folks behind him. I think maybe Booker T.
Look at
Mhm.
Russo walking down that fucking ramp.
Yeah, see, what is that on his neck? It looks like a chicken leg.
He is having the time of his life. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
we got
finally a
Ernest the
tough
Cat
guy.
Miller, Scott Steiner.
Oh my god.
Variable who's who.
Heavyweight champion.
I love how this is the new blood as well, but then you got all these old guys in it.
This fucking
Yeah,
Steiner.
it's the new blood, but Shane Douglas, who was, he was Dean Douglas and was in like WCW in the early '90s as one half of like what were his tag team called? It was like him and Johnny Ace.
Oh, that was like the bodacious dudes or something. The dynamic dudes. The dynamic
dudes. Yeah, they would
like,
they would like come to the ring with skateboards, but they didn't know how to skateboard.
Fucking Scott Steiner's been around since the 80s, right? And they're like, here's the new blood. This guy.
I think technically Steiner was in the early '90s or super late '80s, because when I think of '80s and Steiner, I think of Rick Steiner in the Varsity Club.
Mm.
What's he got to say? Something really important, no doubt.
He's talking about how awesome last week was.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh no, he's talking about how awesome Nitro was.
Yeah. He's like, Nitro was great, but here is an hour and a half of shit.
Enjoy Thunder.
Yeah. Boy, I wish it was as good as Nitro, but it isn't. See you later. And he walks away.
Also, we're talking about like how this is the new blood. Buff Bagwell at this point has been in the company for a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at him. He doesn't look a day over 17. Vampiro, in contrast, looks incredibly
It's Billy Kidman cutting a promo, and that's always a great time.
We're just gonna listen to what Billy Kidman has to say. I gotta say, Hulk Hogan's a big racist.
I mean, Kidman, they tried to give him a push. I mean, God bless him. He got over solely because he did like a really interesting looking shooting star press. And I love Billy Kidman. But yeah, giving him a mic, terrible idea.
But like making him a heel is a terrible idea, right?
Yeah.
It made sense in the flock where he didn't have to say anything, but like he's like the shooting star press, like heels don't do that move. It's a babyface thing. Why would you ever push him as a heel? It's ridiculous.
Well, it's because he was in Raven's flock doing it. He called it the 7-year itch, which I think is just an amazingly better name for that move.
It is very good, but like that. But I thought that his gimmick kind of works in Raven's flock. You know, once you make him into this kind of tough guy heel, it doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what so going for the cheap heat, talking about how terrible this show is, or how terrible this place that you live is. Oh, so he has a watch around his necklace.
Well, you know, where else are you gonna watch?
Yeah. Vince Russo, number one, I don't please my eyebrows.
Yeah,
he really called himself the Batman, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. He's the Batman, and I'm like, I don't think if I like call for Batman because my family's getting murdered and Vince Russo turns up, I'm gonna be super annoyed.
You know,
what's the bat signal for Vince Russo? You know,
his whole deal is that he's from New York and that he knows how to break kayfabe.
Oh,
that's his whole shtick.
I don't think he does.
I'm breaking the fourth wall, and I'm from New York.
I just want to make those two things very clear.
Shane Douglas is still talking about Ric Flair after what, like a decade at this point?
Yeah, because it's the new blood.
He seems like he's an all right human being, but Shane Douglas never really did anything for me as a professional wrestler.
I liked him in ECW. I thought he was very good.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to seem like a cool guy, but wasn't a cool guy.
Well, he seemed to fit into WCW better than he doesn't really fit into WWE or WCW, but he fit into or ECW pretty fucking perfectly, you know.
Well, I think it's because ECW at that point was, it was there to be molded, so he basically could mold ECW around him.
He did a good job, though. I mean,
I would agree. He just never did anything for me.
yeah, he never does anything for me either. I'm always asking him for favors, and he never returns my emails.
I helped him move a futon out of his house, and he didn't even offer to come and help me move mine.
Ridiculous. And he didn't even whenever you help somebody move, you're like, they give you a cup of coffee just as a nice, they don't have to.
So
You don't ask
so
for
real
it, but
quick, so real quick, out of everybody here that's in the ring, who stands out the most? Who's the biggest sore thumb here? I think you can make an argument for a few people.
well, the wall is the tallest, right?
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Vampiro doesn't seem like he belongs.
True. He's just walking around like, I fucking hate this. But you notice he does a thing. Conan used to do this too.
Oh fuck! They just announced Kimberly versus Medusa.
Whenever they do like a hard camera shot like this, Conan and Vampiro are always standing like right in camera shot, so you always end up seeing them. You see this?
Yeah.
See, always see Vampiro. Smart dudes.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. Like that's why we always see him and we don't see the wall, because the wall is like fucking wandering around the ring like an idiot. You know?
He was a star in Mexico for a reason.
The wall?
No.
Yeah, I got it. When was the one? What was the one where the wall is like standing on the roof of the building, like across the street? What's that one?
Oh, we got music playing.
That's with
I think
Hulk
DDP's
Hogan.
coming out.
Yeah. Wait, what's happening here? We were just
DDP's
talking
coming
about the
out.
wall.
Whatever.
Okay.
Is this a catchphrase they're trying to get over?
There he is. I think it might be a couple of seconds behind you guys. I'm like, hey, there's DDP.
I am at 11 minutes 52 seconds.
11:52. I'm at. Oh, I'm 10 seconds behind. Hang on, I'll just skip ahead. There we go.
Do you want to just pause at 12:02? We'll pause at 12:02. That way we're all together. We're all at 12:02.
I'm on like 12:10 or something.
Everybody get to 12:02.
12:02.
Yeah, we'll just go to 12:10 then. I'll play until I get to 12:10 and I'll pause.
Okay. I mean, I don't think we're missing a whole lot, right?
Not really.
It's just DDP talking.
Well, whatever.
All right, I'm at 12:10.
All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Boy, this is just like proto pro wrestling at this point, where we have to start the show with a 10-minute promo. We have to convince you to buy the show that you're already watching.
Hey, man, it worked for Triple H.
DDP wants to wrestle Bischoff.
That's not a fair fight at all.
Well, I think it's he inadvertently caused Jeff Jarrett to hit DDP's wife with a guitar.
Listen, man, who hasn't hit DDP's wife with a guitar? If you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, that's why she's not his wife anymore, huh?
Too many guitar shots. You know what I'm
I don't like
talking
where
about.
this conversation's going.
Yeah.
Talking about ejaculating into a lady. Come on, guys.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. The first episode we had nothing but pedophile comments, and then this one we have the second one we had forcible entry. We should probably let's keep a clean one.
To do with pedophiles. Come on, man. What the heck?
Oh no, it's Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, we talked about Bam Bam, didn't we? I fucking like Bam Bam. I think he's great.
Yeah.
Bam Bam was he was that first of the whole. Oh, this guy moves way faster than he should.
Yeah, dude.
Look at Sting. And
really good big man.
Ric Flair and Sid Vicious. Somebody else rushed the ring too, but I don't know who it was.
Lex Luger.
This is who I want for backup. Fucking Lex Luger in a tracksuit.
And Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yeah. Who do you want for a backup in your wrestling company? Oh, all the old dudes, please.
Oh no, it's security. Here you go.
Come on, Batman, get in there. Get stuck in.
Vampiro just super kicked a security guard.
This is a bit of a mess, isn't it?
A little bit.
Look at this. What the fuck is? What is this? It's such a mess.
You're gonna get a match or not, guys? Come on. Thunder used to be the show that would start with a match. Remember Nitro used to start with matches too. It's always like, here's the cruiserweights, warm up the crowd.
Oh, don't worry, dude. You're gonna get some cruiserweight action soon. Trust me on that one, and you're
I
gonna
hope
love it.
so, man.
Oh, you are going to enjoy that one.
You know what? Here we go. I really loved Berlin. We're talking about the Wall, but we have yet to mention Alex Wright as Berlin.
I wonder
Guilty
why.
pleasure. Guilty pleasure.
Hey, man. You know.
Back with the death metal. Fuck, Bobby the Brain Heenan and this song does not go well together.
Oh, look at the boys.
Look at Tony Schiavone. That man he ages so gracefully. Because if you think about it, he's still doing this in AEW.
Yeah.
He was doing this in the 80s.
He looks great there. I mean, you think that was the year 2000, like you said, he was going through the 80s. Like, he looks really good there. You know? I'm just saying.
You had like 4 years to Mike Tenay, he starts looking like a corpse. He hosts a podcast on gambling now.
On
gambling? Mike Tenay has a podcast that it gives you like tips on how to bet and gamble and like sports and stuff.
Does it work? Is it good?
I don't know. Never really listened to it before, but because that's what Mike Tenay was known for, was he was a really good odds maker.
Should we be listening to the show and gambling?
Maybe we should. I mean, we'll learn, like, what Mike Tenay is known for is how to make money through gambling on sports and lucha libre.
Oh, if we could make money off gambling on lucha libre, we'd be set.
They do that though.
Well, there are people you're the lucha libre guy. You'd know all about that, man.
Yeah, I'll get you in on that. The thing is, you have to always bid on Psycho Clown.
Oh, because he's the best.
He's the John Cena of Mexico.
Oh, sweet. Psycho Clown.
Psycho Clown. If we ever get to do an episode on lucha libre, I will tell you all about AAA and their obsession with clowns.
What a delightful name for a wrestler.
Yeah. There's Psycho Clown, Murder Clown, Dave the Clown, Monster Clown, not Monster, Monster Clown. There's Pagano, who paints his face like a clown. AAA loves some clown gimmicks.
Okay, wait. Did you say Dave the Clown?
Dave the Clown. Something stands out there, huh?
Yeah, you don't forget it. You don't forget Dave the Clown. Is he good? Are any of the clowns good at being clowns?
Hold on. We have Chris Candido.
We got more than Chris Candido. Trust me. Did you hear anything those commentators say?
Chris Candido doesn't quite have the same ring as No Gimmicks Needed. Chris Candido.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Crowbar.
It's funny because
shit.
Have the
there's Lash LaRue.
What's gonna happen here?
Fuck, this is amazing. I love it. I have a feeling I know this is gonna go because only one guy got an entrance. That Daphne? Yeah. That better be Daphne. Oh fuck no, Juventud Guerrero.
Yeah, I see Mr. Lucha is all excited now.
I did. Here you go. This is Scooby. I have to be soaking wet before this match starts.
Wow.
Yeah, he got fired from the WWE because he wanted to be a bigger star than they were willing to make him. I think this is before he starts referring to himself as the Juice.
Was it, or was it about this time?
It was a little bit after this time because he started trying to be like The Rock, but his English is terrible. So yeah, imagine The Rock, but if he couldn't speak English.
So Hoobie is not built like The Rock.
No.
Other than that, though, they're practically the same.
The exact same person.
Yeah. You never see them in the same room at the same time, right?
So I guess this is a cruiserweight match then, but when I think of cruiserweights, I don't think of Crowbar.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this is a Suicide 6 match. So it's...
is this a trios match?
Yeah, technically.
Is
It's
Daphne in on one of the trios?
she's just seconding Crowbar, I think, and then
Also,
it's
Johnny the Bull Stamboli seems to be at ringside as well. I don't know why he's there.
nah.
You gotta do something.
Wait, hold up. Is this the Young Dragons? Who's coming out? No, there's candles. Oh no, this is the artist formerly known as Ikea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're
was
so
at it- I was-
excited.
I was at an indie show. I was at an NXT show, and a lot of people were like in the audience, and there's this guy very loudly talking like, "This guy, he reminds me of somebody. He's like a Hawaiian wrestler in like WCW." And like me and like 7 people turned around like, "You're talking about Prince Ikea?" See, like I told you, this was my childhood. I grew up watching WCW, so I'm exposed to Prince Ikea.
You're really having a great time in this one. You're like, oh, look at all my old friends and
Look at
Lash
all my
LaRue.
old friends, Lash LaRue and Prince Ikea. Crowbar, there's Stu. Fuck, Shannon Moore. Love Shannon Moore.
Well, somebody has to.
Oh, that's Shane Helms. It wasn't Giant of Bull Stamboli, which makes sense with recount.
It's you don't see a whole lot of people wrestling with shirts on anymore. You know, you used to Prince Ikea, Mankind, all used to wear
Yeah.
shirts. Not so much anymore. What's the deal with that?
Do you think that, I didn't think we would get, oh man, someone threw a beach ball in the ring. Man, I'd hate to see the veteran wrestlers going to get all mad about that, huh?
So now we get some Lash LaRue action.
Yeah, man. The Raging Cajun.
Oh,
Oh, look, Crowbar. Yeah, there's David Flair.
he's got moves.
Oh, and Daphne just like hit him in the dick with a crowbar. You almost
What
feel
an
bad
odd-
for David Flair in this case.
What an odd sell for getting kicked in the dick with a crowbar.
Well, I think she hooked him with it and then pulled him back as if he was an old-timey vaudeville performer who put on an act that was not any good.
That's not how they did it. They didn't do it. They didn't hook him on the dick.
They certainly did not.
That would not have gone by in the 1920s. So like, oh my goodness, that is too vulgar for words.
You know what, man? Juventud Guerrero is really over at this time. We all laugh about him thinking he's The Rock, but I'd gotten a big head too if I was him in this case.
Yeah, but
So-
not like The Rock though.
No, not at all. Now let's talk about something here because I swear we weren't going to do this, but whenever Velveteen Dream was first starting out and people were like, "Oh, he's doing a Prince gimmick," I immediately thought of Prince Ikea. Do you think Ikea like saw Velveteen Dream and got upset about it?
He's probably moved on with his life.
What if he didn't though? What if this was his glory days and he's stuck here? Remember that Thunder on April 12th of 2000 where I was involved in a suicide 6-man or whatever it was? Those were the days.
I mean, yeah, none of this really makes any sense, does it? Like, what the fuck is any of it? It was a lovely fucking Northern Light suplex.
We have 6 people wrestling in the ring. We have 3 managers on the outside of the ring. There's like there is like 10 people involved in this match.
Somebody got hit in the dick with a crowbar. It's
Yeah.
all going on.
There's Daphne and David Flair and whoever Ikea's valet is.
That's Charmel.
Shane Helms is there too.
Yeah.
It's Chris Candido.
That bit looks so awkward because they were clearly waiting for a spot and it didn't happen. So like, all right, keep making it look like we're fighting. And now they're setting up for another spot. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I think Crowbar may have hit his head there. Lashley's like, I'm gonna do a dive now. You want to talk about someone who's a shitty conservative? Lash LaRue.
Is he?
Yeah, shitty conservative. He equated transgender people joining the military as pedophiles joining the military, so he can fuck off.
Listen, man, I don't wanna start a thing, but you seem to like talking about pedophiles an awful lot.
No,
I'm not pointing
fingers.
fingers. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just bringing up pedophiles. I mean, maybe WCW is just full of pedophiles. That's incredibly likely. Not arguing that. It was a bit of a train wreck.
I
mean,
enjoyed
look at
that Shannon Moore weighs so little at this time that they perfectly caught him and then they had to like fall down after that moonsault. It
that's
was
like
not we have to put our body in the way to break it. It just we'll catch Shannon. It's fine.
that's what it's like these days. I'm gonna sound like an old man critique now, but like if you watch the whenever, because they always do it, they do the jump off the turnbuckle to the outside, the six dudes, and the six dudes are like the person who's jumping off the
Hold
turnbuckle
on,
is
man.
always
First
like, so
hurricane.
small, you
Get a
know.
hurricane. Oh,
Hang on,
hurricane got
Shannon
hit.
Moore and Crowbar are supposed to be on the same team here.
Well, remember we made it very clear that like if you listen to the commentary during the whole thing, they're like, I don't know what the rules are. Doesn't matter. Like they don't know what's going on, so why would the people in the ring know what's going on? But poor the referees is like, I don't fucking know. You all win. You're all winners.
Yep.
And Daphne's like, I won.
Yeah, I think Tony Schiavone is out of this. That no one is this supposed to be a 6-man match, maybe.
Like they keep tagging in, but they also keep beating each other up. So like, who cares?
Is it? No, this is not. Oh, Hoovy, you are not tall enough to be doing that move. Jesus Christ. Crowbar may have broken his neck.
He definitely killed him. No, he's okay. Look at him. Candido's like, I'll help you out. Oh. Here we go.
Double DDT there.
Now Crowbar is definitely dead.
Now they're on the same team, and so somebody did not bother to tell the commentators that this is not a tag team match.
Oh, even though it is a tag team match.
Yeah, they must have changed the somewhere somebody misunderstood something.
Well, the rule is like whoever gets the pinfall gets a cruiserweight championship, I think, or cruiserweight championship opportunity. So that's why that mattered. Like, what was that? What the fuck? Yeah. So that's why they keep breaking each other's pinfalls up, I think. But like they don't explain this shit at all. They just dive into this madness and go.
No. The
Somebody
setup
will
for
figure
this
it out.
was a 6-man.
Right, but nope,
Board
something
buster.
totally different.
Wow, all
I
the talent in the ring, and you give the win to Crowbar. Awesome.
I fucking
Devin,
right, but like
Devin Storm gonna go on to have an amazing career.
how good you look at Chris Candido like selling there and stuff like that. Like
That sign,
fuck no.
sign in the front row said wrestling is fake, juggalos are real.
I mean, it's not totally inaccurate.
Sometimes I feel bad looking at these shows and seeing Mean Gene Okerlund like you deserve better.
I think Mean Gene enjoyed it though. He was having the time of his
train
life.
wreck?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's an easy paycheck.
No, that's true.
He was quite sassy as well a lot of the time.
Oh,
yeah,
well, that's what I really liked about him. He didn't take any shit. Hey, put out that cigarette.
He was always perving on women too.
Oh fuck, we've got Clarence Mason and Stevie Ray. There's a mod. Is that Ahmed Johnson? Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're the new Harlem Heat after Booker T broke up from him.
Yeah, so he's not Ahmed Johnson. I think he's just like the Big T or something.
That sounds right.
Because he has a feud with Booker T over who can use the letter T in their name.
Big T. Short for titties. Look at those damn things.
Big tits. Big tits. So
I don't know. Is that Mr. Hughes beside them? It looks like Mr. Hughes, but it's hard to tell.
Vince Russo looks very pleased with himself.
He always does.
Vince is just like, look at all these lovely, hot black dudes in front of me. Oh my goodness! If I wasn't being filmed right now,
I keep my hands off Stevie Ray.
He's like, I'm so close. I'm touching him. I'm giving him a little touch. maybe hotel room later. And they're like, no, fuck.
He's ready to rumble. Did you guys know that David Arquette was in this movie?
David Arquette?
It's Sting without face paint.
He looks a little like Sting with that face paint. Looks a little bit like Jim Carrey.
Yeah. He described the movie as wrestling meets Beavis and Butthead. By the way,
he didn't watch the film. He didn't see it.
He was in it,
and he didn't watch it because he knew what was. Oh wait, look who it is.
Mr. Hennig just. Oh no, he jumped him. Now Kurt Henning's gonna die like what 2-3 years later after this.
Yeah, 2002
Yeah.
or 2003.
I think it's like
2003.
2003. He,
Yeah.
he had that really brief return in WWE.
That was
Yeah,
in
but
2002.
He like came in for like a Royal Rumble.
Yes.
and he was in the last 4, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did really well.
Kurt Hennig always knew what he was doing. Fucking vicious. You guys are missing out on this theme. So here's the thing. At this time, WCW had way too much money than they knew what to do with. So they would license music. Like Sting would come out to Metallica.
Mm.
So I can't remember what Sid Vicious was coming to, but this glorious song that I'm listening to right now is not that.
Dude, look how happy Sid looks now. Remember when we watched it in your house? He didn't look half as fucking hyped up as this. He's having a great time. He's like, have you seen
To
the
be fair,
paycheck they're giving me?
we weren't talking about how miserable he was. We were talking about how he had an underbite and seemed to be oozing cheese.
Yes, we did. We were like, if you squeeze them, cheese would come out of his head. But also, like, for some reason, the WWE were insistent on giving us like close-up shots from like underneath of Sid Vicious's head. And we're like, I don't
Yeah.
want to see, like, all you could see in the camera was just his fucking face. I'm like, I don't want to see this.
The new
I don't
Harlem
want to see
Heat.
Sid at all.
We got Stevie Ray. We got Big T. We got another guy whose name I don't know.
He means business, so he's ready to go. So is this a handicap match?
This is a handicap
Yes.
match. So
Okay.
it's Sid Vicious against these 3 men.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, he's doing pretty
Are you
well.
sure that's not Mr. Hughes? That's a Mr. Hughes pose.
I mean, let's just say it is.
Cash is what they said his name is.
Oh.
Fuck. This is a squash. this is Harlem Heat getting buried. Jay Biggs is the Clarence Mason character. Do you guys remember Teddy Long and Rodney Mack's White Boy Challenge?
Vaguely, yeah.
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 I loved those. I don't know. I just loved to hear Teddy Long come out, call a bunch of people crackers, and then Rodney Mack destroy somebody in like 2 minutes. I
It
love
is the
Sunday
best way to
Night
get
Heat
somebody
is what I'm
over.
getting at.
Oh dear.
Whoa, they whiffed on that one.
They can't all be great.
That Nick Patrick.
Yeah, look at his mustache. That's
Damn.
glorious.
Speaking of glorious, remember when Bobby Roode had a mustache and was calling himself Robert Roode for a hot minute?
I miss that
Yeah.
boy.
Did you? Oh, you are. By the way, you are missing out on not having audio because Sid just screamed out and it sounded like a little girl.
I really don't think we are missing out. I think we're having the time of our lives.
Sid Vicious showing so much heart. Looking at Ahmed Johnson walk makes my knees hurt.
Say what?
Is Booker T's going to. Now, he was just out with the new blood. Is he supposed to be a bad guy or not?
Well,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know,
He's.
is that the angle they're
the
running?
commentators are also reacting. He's like, what the fuck's going on?
That's this whole show. Can you believe? I don't know. This whole like Sid's like fine. He's like whatever.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, I'll take this. Oh, here's
Yeah.
that terrible powerbomb we were talking about last time.
Yeah, dude, he does not hit a
Ooh.
good powerbomb, does he?
He looks so relieved to let them go. Oh, look, it's
Uh,
the wall with a really bad chair shot.
I think he was supposed to hit Sid to break up that pin count then as well.
Whoops.
Oh, that sounds about right. See how quickly they cut away? You're like, get rid of that shit.
So Booker T has already turned babyface after joining the New Blood. Is Sid dead?
He's probably all right. He's just sleepy, you know.
Fans are chanting for Sid though. Man, Harlem Heat, feel for you guys. 3 dudes just got basically jobbed out.
Oh.
Oh, here comes Eric Bischoff.
He looks like he's in a good mood.
Looks like he's in a great mood.
Yeah. I
What did you
like.
guys think of Eric Bischoff in WB as Raw general manager?
I mean, he was fine. You know, the guy can talk. You know. What is what? What? What is
He's
this?
gonna insult him, but he wants to make sure he's unconscious first.
All I see is Eric Bischoff trying to touch a man who's unconscious. Come on, Bischoff, you're better than that.
So yeah, he's saying so this was a match. If Sid could win, he got to be in a tournament for the world title. And because Booker T got involved, Eric Bischoff decided that he lost because of disqualification.
To be fair though,
Uh,
he's not wrong, is he?
No, he's not totally
no,
wrong.
that makes sense.
He did tell him that he can go back to West Memphis and watch pigs breed. So
Yeah.
that's an insult. Hey, it's Jimmy Hart, baby.
Is it an insult?
Hey, everybody, it's me, Jimmy Hart, baby.
Jimmy Hart sounds a little bit like Jim Cornette. What the hell were you doing, Booker T? I told you.
What's Crowbar there now?
And get me a sandwich. That's what I said to you. I did not say go down in the ring and beat up all those other dudes, all right? No, you're on thin ice, mister. That's what Bishop said.
We got some drum beats going here, guys. Could it be Steve Blackman? No. By the way, that's my vote for best interest music in wrestling is Steve Blackman. No, it's Shane Douglas. Everyone's disappointed.
Do you think they would have popped if it was Steve Blackman?
I'd have popped if it was Steve Blackman.
I mean, I would have popped if it was Steve Blackman, but, you know.
What would his
He was-
WCW name be if he couldn't be Steve Blackman? Look at that fucking shirt. Wolf.
Steve Whiteman.
Steve Whiteman.
Steven Whiteman.
Stephen Whiteman. Is that what the Kerwin White gimmick was? It was just right. By the way, this is like a random, like one random photo of Lex Luger just
Did you
popped
see
up.
that?
I did.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
a
I had a
subliminal
stroke
message. Vote for Lex. There he is.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Lex Luger, he's like, I ain't taking no shit today. I am pissed the heck off.
You're gonna find Elizabeth in my home, dead from all the stuff that I keep.
I mean, boy, Corey, you really do keep it light on the show, don't you?
I do. I like to keep the mood light. That's why I keep bringing up people who are racist, pedophiles, and will later
Is
be
Lex
dead.
Luger a pedophile? There's only one way to find out. Look at his hard drive. The answer is yes. Can we get in trouble by saying Lex Luger is a pedophile?
Listen. You just got to throw in the word allegedly at the end of it, and you're fine.
I heard.
I have no proof whatsoever, and I'm not confirming.
Right. Hey, man, if you have
This
no proof
music, by the
whatsoever,
way, is wild. He basically sounds like the soundtrack to like a thriller movie. Boom, rips his shirt off.
it's hot though, right?
I have to say though, they bring up an excellent point. They're like, I wonder why Lex is just attacking Shane Douglas, and then he just did. It's like, oh, okay. That is one of the. That's a weird pet peeve I have about WWE, is that so say that like my worst enemy jumped me last week, and this week I'm gonna fight him one on one, but I'm gonna come out and do my whole entrance. Like the biggest and most egregious one was Sasha Banks, where Bailey like turned on her and like fucked up her neck and stuff, and then Sasha comes out and she does like her choreographed entrance. It's like, man, I don't think I would have done that.
Well, what used to get me was whenever you see two guys who are in a blood feud, they're so angry, and they finally get that one-on-one match between each other, so they're like looking across the ring at each other, and then the bell rings, and they do like they lock up, and you're like, really? You're gonna start like they have such heat between each other that you're just gonna lock up for a wrestling match? Like, wouldn't you be swinging for the fences? You'd be fucking angry. But they're like, that's a very telling thing to look out for.
Man, Lex Luger here is starting to get that roid gut. He just like looks awkward. Like his upper body does not match his lower body.
It's a little bit top heavy.
A little bit top heavy.
Too many titties.
Too much titties. There's a kid in a twisted shirt and Juggalo face paint in the crowd.
There's the name of the show. Too many titties.
Too many tits. Too many tits.
Too many tits. That would have been a great show.
Oh man, he hit the Bailey to belly.
I like how you keep calling it that.
I
'Cause
I
said that
refuse to
in
call it
the
anything but the belly to belly. It's the Bailey to belly forever.
you said that in another episode as well. Somebody
I
did
did.
it. Belly to belly.
I did. I love to call it the Bailey to belly.
Well, that's its proper name. So
Yeah.
wrestling historians they understand. They appreciate what you bring to the show.
What if people never called it a super kick again? What if they just called it a Stevie kick?
But it is a Stevie kick.
Exactly.
It blows my mind that these young bucks are stealing the super kick. I'm like, it belongs to, if your name is Steve, such as Stevie Richards or Steve Blackman, you're allowed to use a Stevie kick. These are the rules. We don't make the rules, we just enforce them. All right. So everyone needs to,
And
up their
that
game.
that Prince Ikea entrance probably pissed everybody off because like everybody's covered in confetti now. I remember like I always think that when Jeff Hardy was going really hard in like the Dayglow paint era, I was like, I hate wrestling Jeff Hardy because you just get covered in fucking paint.
Or like Goldust, because you'd just be like by the end of the match, like you can see his entire face, all the gold paint is run off. So you're like, it's all over somebody's body now. You know,
Man, Shane Douglas just did what steroids tried to.
kicked him in the dick.
Destroyed his balls.
Well, hey, he should talk to Daphne. She's already good with a crowbar.
With the crowbar, yeah. She'll pry him out. Ric Flair, who's like in his 40th year of wrestling at this point.
Well, he's still got another 30 to go.
Yeah. To think he still goes for like another like 8 years or so after this.
I don't know if you just saw, but like Ric Flair did the like an eye rake to Shane Douglas, and Shane Douglas just did not acknowledge it at all. Knowledge is getting kicked in the dick though, or punched in the dick, I suppose. Did you see that bit as well? Like Lex Luger was like, "Yeah," and then for a moment he went, "What?" and then went back to going, "Yeah."
Just got confused for a moment.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, we're winning," and he's like, "Wait a minute, Ric Flair." Yeah. Oh,
Jimmy
man.
Hart, baby. I don't know where I am, baby.
Such Jimmy Hart.
It's my Jimmy Hart, baby. It's my Jimmy Hart, baby.
Who the fuck are you? That's what Bischoff's saying.
But yeah, he doesn't recognize him without his sunglasses and his airbrush jackets.
Exactly. You don't know him. He needs a megaphone in his hand.
I heard a story. I can't remember who had told it, but they were like hanging out with Jimmy Hart, and people were like coming up and like asking for autographs and photos, and Jimmy was like super nice to him and everything, and he's just like, you know what, baby, it just does my heart good. People still recognize me. And it's like, well, Jimmy, you're wearing a fucking jacket with your face spray painted on it, bud.
Yeah, I mean, you got a big sign that says "My name is Jimmy Hart," so
You can Bobby Brain Heenan looks so miserable at this point. I mean, look at him.
well, look at what he has to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
He has to
He did
call
not
this shit.
take he did not take the Attitude Era of wrestling very well.
I mean, when you go back and look at it, you can understand why.
Yeah.
Some of it was garbage.
No, he
More
used to
than
be
some of
Bobby the Body Heenan when he was wrestling, right?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he was still wrestling, I think he was Bobby the Body, and then like he like couldn't wrestle anymore, and he was like leaned into being a manager, and he's like, now I'm the Brain.
Wow. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a dumb idea, where they were like, Vince Russo comes in, and instead of like just taking what they have and like molding it, making it different, he's like, nah, we're gonna destroy the whole thing, and I'm just gonna act like none of it happened.
No one will notice.
Nobody's gonna notice except when I come out and they go, hey, none of these belts, they got champs no more.
I gotta say, your Vince Russo is a lot better than our Vince Russo.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm American, so I start off at a pretty good ground level of like having a non-European accent.
Did that car just drive through a building?
No, it drove into Hogan's limo.
Yeah.
Okay, which has a camera in it,
Yes.
pointed
You don't-
directly at
You
the
don't want to
non-functioning
know why.
car.
That's that was where the casting for the Nitro Girl started.
Oh, wait a minute. You girls aren't under 17. Get out of my limo. Hulk
Get
Hogan's
out of
also a
my car.
pedophile.
You son of a bitch, get out of my car.
Allegedly a pedophile.
Just throwing it in there. You really saved us.
Well, wait. Wasn't he like caught on tape talking about how much he loves touching kids? I'm pretty sure if they're gonna tape
I mean,
him
he
being
was
a
caught on
racist, they're
tape
gonna
talking
tape him
about,
being a
you know,
pedophile too, right? He may as
all
well go
right,
the whole
baby,
fuck.
I got a microphone, baby.
He looks really uncomfortable. It's just weird seeing him with the sunglasses on.
I know, right?
It's not right. He look like his eyes look so sad. He's like
It's
the
the
things I've
eyes.
seen.
It is absolutely the eyes.
He's like I did a lot of stuff in the 80s. You have no idea. I don't even know where I am. Please end this misery. I beg you. Somebody
He's got a bit
end
of a
end
droopy
my
face.
1,000 years torment. my mortal soul can no longer accept this withered body. Please, somebody.
So Jimmy is here kind of talking about how he needs to talk to Eric about why he betrayed Hogan, because Jimmy was always like the guy that, you know, that Eric went to when he had problems with Hogan. Like Jimmy was the guy who like smoothed things over.
hmm
So here
And Billy
comes Eric
Kidman's music's
Bischoff for the
playing.
third time tonight.
Usually it's the third. I think this is about the fifth segment he's been in.
I want to be halfway through the show.
Are we? I don't even think we're halfway through the show. Oh, we are.
No.
Wow. See, this is how good it is. It's flying by.
I mean, if you say so.
Billy Kidman's coming out here. Kidman, you gonna hit him with a shooting star press? Holy shit! Kidman, hit him with the shooting star press. You gonna hit him with the BK bomb? No, he's gonna strip him naked. Why? No one wants to see this.
What a great use of Billy Kidman. Bear in mind,
Oh, he's gonna spray paint him.
We will remind you once again that we watched Billy Kidman versus Tajiri last time.
Yeah, last episode.
Why? What are they doing to Billy Kidman? This is who looks at Jimmy Hart and Billy Kidman and thinks, I think this could work.
They spray painted new blood on him. Eric Bischoff's like, fuck yeah, Kidman. You're gonna have a great career.
You are fired.
You didn't. Is this? Yeah, this is Kimberly. She's wrestling Medusa tonight, which is Medusa is definitely the wrestler who she would have benefited so much more being in like this era of professional wrestling than she did in her own.
Yes.
Like Medusa on like an Impact or like an NXT, she'd have amazing matches with tons of people.
Yes.
But it was just like Medusa is the best she got was Bull Nakano.
Yeah. I mean,
and then she went to what always makes me laugh is like the whole when she threw the WWF women's title in the trash can. She came to WCW. They didn't have really a women's division. They brought in, you know, Akira Hokuto and Bull Nakano again, but like that's it.
Well, my favorite bit is they made a belt for Medusa for the women's division, and then she never won the belt.
Yeah, I think it went to Akira Hokuto.
Yep. She never she feuded with it for like a year, and then she didn't win it. So then they deactivated it and thought, fuck it, you can be a cruiserweight champion instead.
Akira Hokuto, though, underrated. She was amazing. Underrated in America. In Japan, she's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Those matches she'd come out with, and Sonny Ono would be out there too. You know what I always really loved is that Sonny Ono was as big a creep and scumbag as he looked. That was awesome.
Is that
stories
awesome?
of him trying to screw people over.
I don't know if that is awesome.
We got our first look at solo superstar Booker T. Well, not really our first look, because at this point he'd already been in the best of 7 with Chris Benoit.
Right, but also this is the third time we were seeing Booker T on this show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is the third time. He was in the opening segment, and then he came out and screwed over Harlem Heat.
Yeah, and like now he's getting the match.
Who's he wrestling?
Probably Harlem Heat.
So his own New Blood team member.
Well, I think he's getting kicked out. I think this was their like, hey, you went against the plans. Now we got to punish you. You got to wrestle the wall, which I think is like a both, you know, kayfabe and not kayfabe punishment there. You got to wrestle the wall. Oh, damn it.
In a tables match, I assume. Is it a tables match or does he just have a table?
I think he just has a table. Now, I don't know if this is, I don't think the WCW hardcore title existed yet.
Oh, it's pretty soon if it's not here yet.
Yeah, because they got Sandman in, and he was hardcore hack.
Yes,
that was a marriage that benefited everybody.
I mean, it benefited Sandman a lot. He was like, they pay me money.
You know, I also really enjoyed was Mikey Whipwreck getting signed to WCW because I think he had like one televised match, and it was like a pay-per-view pre-show, and then that was it.
Well, that's like Stevie Richards, right? Stevie Richards popped up and he was in the flock, and then he just like he had one match I think against
He
Raven
got
and then
kicked out. Yeah.
disappeared,
Raven
and then
kicked
he
him
went
out.
back to ECW.
Yeah, and then he became Big
But-
Stevie Cool.
But then in ECW they were like pissed at him because he left to go to WCW. So he was like, "Oh, this is not advantageous
no.
for me at all.
There's nothing good happening here."
This has backfired on me tremendously." You know, he didn't even get the chance to get some of that WCW sweet money because he was only there for 3 months. What a damn shame.
And in that 3-month period, it was just mainly sitting in the front row with Raven.
Seriously, yeah. He couldn't even get his Pat and Stevie kick over.
Is this a battle royal? No, because he didn't say that the wall got eliminated, but someone else is coming. It's Ernest the Cat Miller.
Right, like I believe the phrase "what the fuck is happening" can be used perfectly for this show, and not for the first time already. You know what I mean? Like we've already said this a couple of times so far. Wait, what was the table for?
I think it's coming up.
Oh, good.
Here it is.
You don't
Time
wanna
for the
waste the table
plunder.
spot. Here we go. So like now, what is Ernest Miller just hanging out in the ring waiting?
Yeah.
For
Well, he's doing
no
his
reason.
James Brown thing.
I mean, he's just standing around.
So
Oh, he's
I'm
counting
looking
along
this
with
up.
the referee.
Apparently, this is a Colorado collision match where all the members of the New Blood, kind of in a sort of Royal Rumble type thing with like 1 minute intervals before the next guy comes out, and then it's elimination rules. So, but why?
So,
Is it
So
over the
are-
top rope elimination?
yeah, is it over the top rope eliminations?
I'm thinking it's pinfall or submission, but
So
or
Booker T still
DQ. But,
Oh, he's putting on shoes. Oh, he's gonna do his James Brown dance thing. He's really big on that.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
taking
they're
his
playing
sweet
his
ass
music
time.
so he can. So
Good
they're playing his
God,
music
man.
so he can dance.
I mean, he does have moves.
Yeah, fucking James Brown, like a sex machine. Oh fuck, it's Scott Steiner.
I mean,
He had an amazing match on the Indies against Hornswoggle last year. It was amazing.
I refuse to believe the use of the word amazing in that.
So Swoggle comes out, and Swoggle in the Indies, he's actually really entertaining. Nice guy in that he always looks like he's pissed off at the world, but he seems to be very lovely. He threw a white claw at Lori. and anyway, so he was wrestling against Scott Steiner, and Scott Steiner comes out and he like demands that the person running the music start playing "Short People" by Randy Newman. And the whole time he's on the microphone going, "Look at his little feet, look at his little arms."
Hey, I have a question.
I'll have to find it and send it your way because Swoggle versus Steiner, great time.
I have a question, Corey. Is Scott Steiner a pedophile?
No, I think he's too chaotic for that.
Well,
You
hey,
say
man.
he's chaotic, but he was the manager of a Shoney's restaurant, so.
It's true.
Which had
As
a
long
lot of
as
kids in it.
We got
so
that in a
just
promo,
saying.
right? The Shoney Squad gone way too soon. Now we got Kidman and Corey Wilson here. Yeah, if I'm Billy Kidman, I'm also going like, yeah, I'm not getting in the ring with Scott Steiner.
Now that we've seen Stacey Keebler. Oh, is it Tori Wilson?
Yeah.
That's Tori Wilson.
Oh, well, if Stacey Keebler's on the show, can we do the forcible entry bit? Can we just do it for Tori Wilson too?
Sure.
Just
I don't know if she
always-
was on. I don't know if she was on Forcible Entry.
Oh, well, I mean, the amount of jokes we could do right now is ridiculous. I don't think she was featured in the CD.
So
Forcible Entry.
I think if I had to say anything, it seems like the New Blood is exactly what the NWO were supposed to be when they said like, oh, we're gonna start our own promotion, and these are NWO wrestlers. So like they ideally would be competing against themselves. Yeah, I mean,
but
Billy Kidman just fucking lost to Scott Steiner to a Bailey to Belly.
this is
Bailey
the
to Belly.
day after Billy Kidman's biggest win ever over Hulk Hogan as well. So
Yeah, he lost to the Bailey to Belly. Why wouldn't he?
It's the most powerful move in all of wrestling, except for the Stevie kick, of course.
Here comes fucking Vampiro, but Sting's not gonna let this go. Whoop!
Oh,
yeah,
Time to bail.
Is Sting the Millionaires Club, right?
yeah.
I don't get why Scott Steiner isn't part of the Millionaires Club.
Well, because Scott Steiner once again too chaotic. The Millionaires were the old guys, And I think like Scott Steiner, because of his singles run and becoming Big Papa Pump, they more categorized him as if he was a whole new human being.
I mean, that's nonsense.
Boy,
but
this
okay.
match was a fucking train wreck where we spent most of the time just trying to figure out what the fuck was happening.
We're trying to figure out how many of the wrestlers involved are pedophiles. 2, 3, we'll never know.
Here's Medusa. I got to see her in person once.
Was she wrestling Kimberly?
No, she was supposed to be there with Bull Nakano, but due to the government shutdown, Bull Nakano got stuck in Japan. So instead, Gail Kim was there.
Oh,
yeah, it was
nice.
it's a all women's promotion called Rise out of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and the idea was that they were going to be managing their own teams of like younger talent to face each other. But then Bull got stuck in Japan, so Medusa was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna hang out."
Fair enough. I mean, that's good enough, right?
Yeah. Whoa,
What's
Ric Flair! Time to scream!
Is he talking about Disneyland again?
No, he's talking about his clothes.
Sounds about right. It's just him, like he's very worked. He's very agitated. Somebody should get Jimmy Hart to calm this man down.
It's nice to see that Elizabeth had forgiven him for those doctored photos as well.
Yeah, she really kind of wanted it, so that's fine.
Oh dear.
I didn't mean to come across that way. But hey,
Well, that's the way it
Medusa.
sounded. Oh, mercy.
No, Medusa at this point isn't. I don't think she wears shoes when she wrestles at this point because she's wearing like stripper heels. I don't think you're going to be moving in those too well.
Well, wrestling in stripper heels is really good when you kick somebody in the throat. For a Stevie kick, for example.
Yeah, it's the Stevie kick.
Yeah. Medusa does the Stevie kick.
Here comes Kimberly Page. Now, if Kimberly wins this match, it's going to be a real shame because Medusa is probably one of the most accomplished women in professional wrestling.
If Kimberly wins this match, this will be a regular episode of WCW in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like you would not be surprised at all if that was the case. You'd be disappointed, sure, but not surprised. You'd be like,
not surprised.
And if that does happen, there's gonna be 86 run-ins. Booker T is gonna come in, and then Eric Bischoff's gonna come in. Why don't we just see the same 5 people on TV over and over again?
So I don't know if you noticed there, but on Kimberly's entrance, she kind of paused and like shook her ass to the left and then shook it to the right. And then there was like a big plume of purple smoke that came out on the stage directly behind her, making it look like she just farted.
Was that on purpose?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, like,
I'd like to think so.
Like, I need this as part of my entrance. It'll make sense when you see it. Trust me. Here we go with classic wrestling so far. These 2 girls are gonna tear it up. We're gonna see. This is gonna be our Tajiri versus Billy Kidman right here. I'm very excited about this.
Yep.
Medusa's pissed, but here we go.
She became cruiserweight champion around this time as well.
This was the end of the year, I think. Was it? End of 2000?
Yeah, because that's when oh boy. She later went on to become a professional monster truck driver.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah.
She had her own truck.
Is awesome. She's really good.
What an amazing human being.
Yeah.
She chopped her in the titty.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
I would laugh really hard if the DDP job. Yeah. Sell for her, DDP. Uh-oh. Now, see, you can't do this on television anymore. That's why they don't do intergender wrestling in AEW. They get upset. I mean, understandably so.
Well, if you got a pro like Medusa in there, it shouldn't be too much.
Kimberly Page technically did win, but she did win just because DDP hit the diamond cutter. Right,
but like, what the fuck? DDP's in this match, he's just walking around.
No, he's not in the match. She. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's an excellent point. She should have won the match. That should have been a DQ for Medusa.
DDP just ran in and just fucking hit his finish, and then nothing happened, and then Kimberly's the winner. What the fuck? WCW. We'll be right back.
WCW. Oh man, we got Brian Knobbs.
Oh boy.
Is that David?
Classics
Is
just keep
that
coming.
Fit Finley? Yeah,
That
man, we get
is.
Fit Finley and Brian Knobs. There's fucking Haku.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe is this for the hardcore title then? Have we?
You
It
know what? We
must
might have
be.
been wrong. He must be, because here comes fucking Terry Funk.
Oh yeah. Oh, chicken fisting Sunday.
Yeah, man. It's the
You're gonna fist
goddamn
the chicken?
funker.
That's a callback to our other podcast to me, Corey do, where
Battle of Grants.
one of my pay-per-view events was called Chicken Fisting Sunday, named after the time Terry Funk put a chicken on his fist and started punching people in the face.
Yeah, I forgot all about the Terry Funk worked for WCW.
Was that with the chicken thing though? Was that not in WCW?
I probably was. I
Oh
mean, it's
man,
Terry Funk. He could have been anywhere. Could have been in New Japan, probably now.
he
Fucking
could be-
Norman Smiley. This is your fellow countryman, John.
Yeah, but it sounded like he came from Britain, though.
Well, hang on. Can I just point out that Fit Finley, my fellow countryman, is in this match?
Is he Northern Irish or just Irish?
He's Northern Irish. He's from just north of Belfast.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's really funny because they announced him as from Belfast, but he's not from Belfast.
Let's talk now. Let's talk about here. You're talking about your countrymen in this match. Look at all my
Yes.
countrymen in this match. I got Hugh Morris and Brian Knobs. At least I have Terry Funk.
Terry Funk, I'll give you, but like,
Oh yeah, at least I have Terry Funk.
right? I mean, if I were to pick between Fit Finley and Hugh Morris, I think I know exactly who I'm gonna pick, and not even because of countryman bias. You know what I mean? What is?
Yeah.
Wait, what the? What the fuck is happening in this match? Oh dear.
I think this is technically a tag team match, like a triangle tag team match.
Oh right, yes, it is, isn't it? Because Finley and Knobs are in like kind of camo gear. They're a team, right?
Yeah.
And then, so what are the
Yeah,
other
they're a tag
teams?
team.
So Meng and Hugh Morris must be the other one, and then Terry Funk and Norman Smiley.
Terry Funk and Norman Smiley. What a great tag team.
It's the dream team right there.
Who thinks of that shit? Oh, Vince Russo. That's right. Or is? Let's see what's going on here.
Oh shit!
Oh, he just caught the corner of it. You know, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Is he a pedophile? Oh, mercy. Gags just come thick and fast, if you know what I'm talking about. So now they're backstage.
Here, I'm gonna shut the door and then throw you against it.
Not throw you through the door or into the room. No, just gently against that wall. Oh my god.
Somebody pay for that.
What, this show?
Yeah.
Somebody paid it. Ted Turner paid a shit ton of money for this. Look what
His
they did
goal
with that
wasn't
money.
his goal wasn't for it to be good. His goal was for it to be better than WWE. And by better he meant monetarily.
Well, I mean, his goal was to put it on TV, and in that case, he did succeed.
He succeeded. He's like, I
Oh,
want to have a
yes.
wrestling show on television, and he did it.
Yeah,
He really did it, guys.
doesn't have to be good, and it certainly isn't. Oh, what is this? I mean, I do like this stuff. Imagine you were like going to the concession stand or whatever, going to get a hot dog at a wrestling event, and you turn around and fucking Brian Knobs and Haku are just beating the.
He just. What the fuck?
Did we just
I
see
love
that?
that was obviously placed there, but I love the fact that it happened.
That Meng just speared cardboard cutout of Goldberg and then
And
hit
he
Brad
used it as a
Knobs with a
shield.
head with it.
Yeah, he used it as a shield protecting himself from the fire extinguisher.
Now they're going outside.
oh.
Oh
What
no.
the fuck?
Is he okay?
He's dead.
Well,
And
that's
nothing
the
of
end.
value was lost.
And everybody's like, "Yeah, he died."
Yeah, it's like kill that dude. The North Smiley's got stomped on.
Oh dear. And this isn't even the main event, is it?
Is it? No, I think there's way too much time left. There's like maybe 20 more minutes.
We still gotta fit a Brown Panties match into this show. So less than
I
4
mean,
minutes.
you have the two best workers though at the ring still with Terry Funk and Fit Finlay, so ultimately it's fine.
Right, but I would love to see Terry Funk versus Fit Finlay. Like, just book that match instead of because now we're not even seeing the two best workers in the match. We're seeing these other clowns. And we saw Brian Knobs fall off a balcony. I want to see Terry like a broom. Come on, man. I wanna see Terry Funk.
Somebody heard Norman Smiley scream and they said, "There it is. That's your gimmick. You're gonna squeal very loudly." Norman Smiley walked so Santino Marella could run. What the fuck is this?
Wait, what is
His
that?
head that they're in.
What is that?
Tony Schiavone just straight up said, "I don't know what that is."
Oh.
On this, Tony. Oh, he broke it.
Oh.
Somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
People are getting hit in the dick a lot on this show.
Bored by the horn. But Finlay just said we don't need these pads. 'Cause Terry Funk's gonna do a head bump.
Man's not wrong. Oh.
Blade, you gonna blade for us, Terry? Don't, because this match is not worth you getting blood for.
Yeah, don't, because the camera's
Don't
looking
look.
straight at your face.
Uh,
Wait till I put this table up to distract the cameraman, and then go nuts for the blade. Or like he like gets, what was it, internal bleeding from All Elite Wrestling? He gets hit in the stomach, and then his mouth starts bleeding.
yeah.
Classic bit. All right, here we
I
go.
just like to think that they had nothing better for Fit Finlay to do than put you in camo and then
Why are
partner up
people
with Brian Knobs.
getting hit in the dick all the time? Is this just get hit in the dick the show?
Well, I mean, so this is where the Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles feud took its inspiration from. They were watching
Well-
this show and they said, that's how you make good television.
I think you mean Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker.
That's also a really great one. Oh my God, it's
Oh.
Dustin Rhodes.
Well, he's got to do something. Wait, is this 7?
No. This is after 7 flopped and he just became, I'm just low Rhodes.
This Black
Another
Rain.
hit in the balls, Dylan.
What the heck? What is going on?
I think there's no rule book here, so it's just like Fit Finlay's gonna go get a knife.
Well, at least this one was a hardcore
You're-
match. You
Oh,
can,
There's
you,
another
can,
kick in the dick.
you can explain like interference in this one, but like all the other matches that had blatant interference and nobody gave a shit about, like, come on, man.
I just like that apparently I don't know the context for any of this. I just like to think that Dustin Rhodes just in particular said fuck Terry Funk.
Right, like Fit Finlay and Dustin Rhodes are working together for some reason. Like, are they a tag team? What's
And
going
you're
on?
gonna look at this and you're gonna say like, close to 20 years later, one of these guys are still gonna be wrestling on major television. And it's a real crapshoot as to who it could have been, because I mean you don't want to ever discount Terry Funk.
seriously, like
the
it could
fuck?
easily
Once
be
again,
Terry Funk.
these guys were partners. Norman Smiley and Terry Funk were partners. Why does this count?
Right, what the fuck? Like, why is Dustin Rhodes pissed off? He's not in the match.
No.
What the fuck is going on? What is this shit?
See, all
So
these
Norman
tag teams
Smiley
have been doing
was-
it wrong over the years. They should have just
No.
been pinning their own partners, and
Oh
they
my
could have
God,
won
it's
more
the
matches.
Villanos. That's Villano 3, 5, and 6, I think.
Do you remember whenever Raven and was it Raven and Canyon? Raven and
Yeah,
somebody
they-
accidentally killed like Villano 4.
They didn't kill him. They just broke his neck.
They killed, like, it was scary looking, dude. It was really
It
scary.
was.
Was that before this?
Yeah, it was.
'Cause he's
before
not
this.
here,
Raven's
so
not-
he must be in the
Raven's
hospital.
not in the company anymore. He's in. He's either in WWF or ECW at this point.
He's in ECW, but he's going to WWF pretty
Yeah.
soon. I think he
By
started
the way,
WWF
one of these
in
guys are a ringer.
summer.
There were not 3 Villanos in WCW at this time. There's only 2 of them.
Incorrect. There's clearly 3.
Villano 3 has 2 children that wrestle. So and they work for different companies. That makes me laugh every time I'm watching one of them.
Who are they? You kind of got cut off there.
Oh, so Villano 3, who is in this match, has 2 children. One is Villano 3 Jr. and the other is El Hijo de Villano 3. And they work for different companies. and that makes me laugh every time.
Do they work for AAA?
One of them works for AAA, and one of them works for CMLL.
Nice. Do they ever swap places and see if anybody can tell the difference?
You know what? They should go for it. Except one of them, like, so there's 2 luchador builds. There's
Wait,
like,
wait. Is this another handicap match
this is another handicap
Yeah.
match.
with 3 against 1?
3 against 1 handicap match.
Is it going to end the same way?
I think. Well, I think one of those Villanos are not real.
I mean, he is real. He's right there. Do you think he's going to
That's very
unmask and it's like Terry Funk?
He's gonna unmask and it'll be fucking Christopher Daniels, because why not?
Oh man, who do you think it's going to be? Who could it be?
It's gonna be
Booker
AJ
T.
Styles.
Oh, there was David Arquette in the crowd, so it could be him.
He pinned 2
Booker
of the
T said Booker T.
Villanos. He did say Booker T.
I think we'd be able to. That would be so good if they just
It
like.
would be really fucking funny. He just like painted his arms in his chest.
Not even like if they just cut to the end of the match and it's like clearly Booker T taking the mask off and they're like, "I've been here the whole entire time," and you're like, "I don't think you were."
He's
I
beating
think-
the hell out of this person. So he has to beat all of them. So that's even more interesting.
You mean he has to pin them all?
Yeah, so that's why the match is still going on. Is he pinned 2 of them? Another dick shot.
This is ridiculous. Is the other one dead? Like the referee's checking on him for a long time.
Oh, there you
No,
go.
the referee said, "Oh, it's Jeff Jarrett." Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. There's no way. There's only 2 Villanos in WCW. Why is there a third? Yeah, don't piss me off. Chosen One, Slap Nuts, King of the Mountain, all those other great catchphrases.
Mr. Jarrett.
Double J.
Don't start singing his name again. This happened in the first.
Hell yeah. Love Jeff Jarrett.
Start singing. Do the roadie stuff instead. Remember the roadie? Uh-oh.
Eric Bischoff's gonna come out and go like, "Now DDP wasn't involved in the match, so Sting's not in it either."
Look, what is happening with this shit? Everybody's everywhere. What the fuck? Why is the referee like dead? What's happening?
Well, he took a ref bump,
Did
and
he?
the referees are made out of glass.
I missed that. There was so much going on. I must have missed that bit.
It was all the action.
So wait, this is a second handicap with 3 against 1, and the second time that the one has
Basically
won
had
over
to
the
cheat to
3.
win.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Fucking WCW. It's something else, isn't it?
That was so dumb. Because I was the whole time, I'm like, wait a minute. If you were a Lucha person and you were a WCW fan at the same time, that would have been like, well, there's something about this. It's not right. I was at All In when Jericho disguised himself as Pentagon, and the lights turned off and came back, and it was like Pentagon saying again, like, Pentagon got a little fatter and his tattoos are a little different, and he's also a little taller.
Wow, Pentagon looks really sick.
He doesn't look healthy.
What's old Jeff Jarrett saying? Probably something really nice.
He's
just
talking
called
about
David Arquette a slap ass.
yeah,
A slap ass.
Yeah.
It's like-
he really doesn't like David Arquette, and you know what? Hell yeah.
You know, can't blame him. I'm not really a big fan of David Arquette either.
He just told Mean Gene Okerlund to choke on that, slap nuts.
He does say that a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's his thing.
He really wants people to suck on his dick.
Now, here's the thing. Whenever I see somebody in a Sting mask, my gut instinct is there's something about that that's not right.
Think it's gonna be a plant or something, you know?
Do you ever see that you've seen that footage from Impact where Sting disguises himself as Sting?
Yes, he takes the mask
Yeah.
off and he's got a mask underneath, and you're like, what the fuck?
Hey, it's Buff Bagwell.
Oh.
You know what I always think would be a great main event?
The Honky Tonk Man versus Buff Bagwell.
Clearly.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah. I love the anyway. I do. Just because you get dumb shit all the time. They invested so much time and money in Buff Bagwell that you don't even really know. Buff Bagwell had been under contract with WCW since the early 90s.
Right, and those
He-
hats aren't cheap.
No, he was in the American Males with Scotty Riggs, and then before that he
Yeah,
was in a tag team with Flash Funk. I think that
because they
also
didn't know
won the
what to
tag
do with him.
titles. WCW are like, man, we put a Marcus Bagwell guy. We got to make the best of it.
Yeah, they're like, it's gonna pay off eventually, right? No,
Oh, maybe. I will
no.
say that him and had the best tag team name of all time. They were Vicious and Delicious. That's what we
Okay,
should call the podcast, Dylan.
vicious and delicious.
Yes.
Who is vicious and who is
Well,
delicious?
clearly you're delicious.
I mean, that has been debated.
You're my little Irish coffee cream.
And
I
I'm
don't.
and.
You're the ampersand.
uh, so we're gonna get Buff Bagwell versus Ric Flair.
Yes, we are. And Ric Flair didn't even get to change clothes.
The match everybody was begging for. Please give us
How
Buff
many times
Bagwell.
do you think people are going to get hit in the dick in this match?
I hope twice.
Because, I mean, I think every match has featured it in some
Dude,
capacity.
Dude, no, I hit him.
I told you, they didn't really care about Thunder. They're like, well, all right, well, this is the match that's going to do this, and someone's going to get hit in the groin. And they're like, okay, cool. How many more matches we got? Like 7.
6.
Fuck it. Put it in the same one. We'll just do the same thing every time.
Yeah, how many times have we done the kick in the dick finish this episode? Like, oh, like at least 7. Like, can we fit another one in? I think we can
get
fit another one in. Yeah. What if we just do one backstage? Have a guy backstage.
We got referee Slick Johnson in here too, by the way.
That's worth noting.
It is worth noting. I do enjoy knowing the referees' names for whatever reason.
Look at him. Like, he's really like watching the match. He's like, oh man, what a punch.
He's super involved.
I like that. Oh. How much more of this show is there?
I think this is our main event. Maybe there's like probably like 10ish minutes left.
You can never tell with these guys. I mean, how many matches have we fit in so far, and like how many of them have gone over like 10 minutes? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think any of them have. Like, I think that Billy Kidman Tajiri match was longer than almost all of these matches.
And also, that's been the best match that we watched in 3 different shows.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you that that Razor Ramon Jeff Jarrett one wasn't too bad, and we got to see Road Dogg not understand what his gimmick is.
Right? Yeah. That was. Well, I have to take points off it because Jeff Jarrett was in it.
Disagree.
There
It gets bonus points for me. There it is. Kicking the dick.
Oh, for God's sake.
Like, you're gonna call a DQ on that one, bud? It's very clear down the middle. Man just gets hit in the groin right in front of the referee.
And he's just like holding his own dick. He's like, oh, that's got a Hoyt.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, man. Why not? This is. So, is there disqualifications in these matches or not? I don't get it.
think so. I'm at a point where I mean, we've already seen, though, that in a tag match, you can beat your own partner. So it's hard to tell anymore, my man.
Right, and DDP can come in and interfere on your behalf, and that's
there it is.
fine.
There's our fake Sting. There's our fake Sting. There he is.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
it's Vince Russo.
Oh, so he's the Batman. He's finally using the bat.
And we finally
Arquette's
get a
gonna
DQ as well.
David Arquette's
Yeah.
gonna make the save.
It's got to be like Vince Russo is enough. Like, that's a disqualification right there. Get the hell out of here with this shit.
I like that. And Shane Douglas is back. I just like the fact that like we're having so many problems with this man who is in his 50s at this point.
Right, they're so worried about Ric Flair. Like, it's taken 3 people, one of whom has a baseball bat, to beat up Ric Flair. Like, he's an old dude. How stupid does Buff Bagwell look that he couldn't beat this old man? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it's Buff Bagwell.
Well, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
The man who had had a match in WWE so bad that they just let him go.
I mean, the match wasn't that bad, but it also wasn't
No.
that good. It was just an 8-minute match. It was what it was. I honestly don't think it was that bad. I think the WWE were just like, fuck Buff Bagwell. Get him out of
We
here.
have almost 10 minutes of them just ringing the bell left.
That's what I love in my wrestling show. 4 dudes fucking triple teaming an old
An
man.
old man.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair was being called an old man in the 80s, by the way, because that was like what Buddy Landell used to call him to try to get under his skin.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, Ric Flair had been wrestling since the 60s.
It's insane that he's probably still going.
Yeah, I mean, because when he got forced out of retirement in WWE, he kept going into TNA and showed up in Ring of Honor for a cup of coffee.
He didn't wrestle in Ring of Honor, did he?
No, I think he had like a
No.
promo off with Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney, though.
Oh, nice.
I think he ripped Ring of Honor off as well. He got paid for like loads of dates and then just didn't show up for him.
But you know what? Fuck Gabe Sapolsky. I'm fine with it.
That's our Rick. I mean, you know, poor Ric Flair's got 4 wives to feed, you know?
I think it's almost at 6 now.
Oh, well, I like how you said almost at 6. Like, he's got a 6th one coming up.
He might. He might.
He's been happily married to this one for a while, right? A while in Ric Flair terms, so like
yeah, it's been maybe 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's pretty good.
That's pretty good for him.
Right. All right. What the fuck's happening now?
Did we get a match? Hell yeah, we get another match. I thought that was the end. We got Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh right, because this happened earlier, right?
Yeah.
They were fighting earlier.
Beast from the East.
I'll take it. I mean,
Who'd also been wrestling for quite a bit of time at this point.
But here's the thing, man. You look at that on paper, you're like, well, DDP versus Bam Bam Bigelow. That sounds like a great match. I can't wait to watch this, right? How long is it going to take them before they fuck it up?
Well, I mean, Bam Bam hasn't finished his introduction yet, and we've got 7 minutes left. So we're looking at another bra and panties match. So we're looking at Bam Bam Bigelow being torn down to his lingerie shortly is what I'm getting at.
And who wouldn't want to see that?
Oh, everyone.
Well, wait, everyone wouldn't want to see that?
Well, I mean, I think tons of people would. There's a community.
I mean, yeah, you know.
There's always a community.
It's the internet, man. There's always a community. Oh, dear. All right. So, yeah, like I said, I got high hopes for this match. I like both these guys. You know, let's see how it goes. I mean, they can't just end up kicking each other in the dick again, can they? That can't possibly be the way this ends. It'd be ridiculous.
All right, DDP's finished. The bell rings. We have 7 minutes. Actually, closer to 6.
Well, send Vince Russo out again. Send Booker T out. Like what? This is the 4th time you've seen.
Yeah, we can get Booker T out a 4th time.
Yeah,
we had Billy Kidman out 3 times.
Fucking DDP has been out a ton. He's already helped other people win a bunch of times.
DDP has been out, what, 4 times?
I would say at least 4 times, right?
At least, yeah.
And then Booker T was out a ton of times. Bischoff was out a ton of times. And Russo was out a ton of times. Good to focus on your core group of people, you know. Get these performers to like. Do you ever think like instead of just wasting time like this, they could have just said, just go out and have a good match for 20 minutes? No, why don't we have a 5-minute match that doesn't make any sense? Over and over and over and over again. Episode of Thunder complete. You know. Russo's at the back with a big like board, and it's like you know, kicks on dicks, and he puts another like stroke down it. You know, crosses out like 12 kicks in a dick, and he's like, I think we can fit some more in here. I'm not satisfied with our dick kicking ratio.
I think there's someone in the sign, someone in the front row of the sign says, "Judy, will you marry me?" Is that to Buff Bagwell's mother?
I assume so, right? Because this is a Judy Bagwell era.
I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Because it's sometime in 2000 when they have the Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. We've all seen that match, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. Just double check. I mean, we could watch that one at some point if you guys wanted.
No, the once was enough.
Because the rest of that show, I remember being just also abysmal, you know? It's just not worth watching. We're doing pretty good so far. I mean, this match seems like it's It's been the least offensive, right?
It's the longest
Yeah.
it's gone where they've actually wrestled.
Yeah, there's not been any chicanery
Yeah.
yet. They've talked about Jeff Jarrett like 2 or 3 times. So
Jeff Jarrett was probably
you know what though? I've never quite seen that reversal of a powerbomb before, where you just basically force the guy to fall down and you land on top of him. I have not seen that very much.
Hey, we were talking about
That's a good reversal. That's very logical, because I think that happened to me. If I tried to pick you up, Dylan, I'd fall backwards.
we were talking about sloppy power bombs,
We were ref bump.
and we were talking about no
Bailey to
chicanery.
belly.
You see that, like, they were doing so well without a ref bump, and then they thought, fuck it.
I see people looking to the side, which makes me think there's a run-in coming.
What if it's Vince Russo again?
What if it's Jimmy Hart?
Dressed up like Sting.
Goodness.
What if it's a Booker T dressed up like Sting? GD Bagwell.
DDP with the original gimmick of being able to hit that cutter from anywhere. 2,
Is that Bischoff?
3. It's Bischoff.
Oh, cool.
He's fucking with him.
So we got Bischoff again.
Yeah, we did. He's fucking
So
with him. DDP doesn't realize it's
to?
Bischoff.
Bischoff up to 5 now. Is that Jeff Jarrett? So he's catching up now too. He's trying to get. There's only 2 minutes left
There
in the
he
show.
is.
He needs to make his appearances. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jeff Jarrett hits him with a guitar.
That's all he ever does.
Oh, David Arquette, he's stormed the ring.
Boy, I would love to see something between David Arquette and DDP. I think that would be really cool. Maybe like some kind of cage match, but not just one cage, because there's 3 people. Why don't we have like triple cage? What do you think, guys?
Why not? Yeah, it sounds like a winning idea right there.
I have a better idea. Why doesn't David Arquette be the champion going into that match? You know, look, listen, it sounds stupid now, but when you see it live on TV, it'll all make sense. It's to promote his film, Ready to Rumble. Don't know if you've mentioned that at all, but he's in a new film called Ready to Rumble.
Oh,
I can't believe we've gone this entire
Chris
episode.
Canyon, man.
We're only just seeing Canyon, who's like one of the best characters we could have been watching.
Did they call him Chris? I swear to God, it sounded like they called him Chris Champagne Canyon.
Oh, they did, yeah.
They
He was doing an angle with DDP where he called himself Champagne Canyon because he wanted to hang out with DDP, and eventually DDP says no.
Yeah, positively,
so Canyon starts
positively Canyon. Oh man, great chair shot.
Was the worst chair shot I think I've ever seen. See that? Jared's like, you hit him like this, you fucker.
Yeah, you're supposed to put your shoulders behind him, my man.
Fucking hit it like you're hitting a baseball, you idiot.
So.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel about this.
Yeah, so
show.
I think that's the end of the show. No, here's Vampiro.
What the fuck is going on now?
Ernest Cat Miller and Billy Kidman and The Wall.
The third time
Scott
The Wall?
Steiner. They're spray painting people.
What the fuck is any of this? Look at this. What? I just got choke slammed. What?
Buff Bagwell, by the way, cheated in the top hat for a backwards baseball cap. I'm loving this. And it's still airbrushed.
Oh,
It still says Buff. Amazing. All right. You know what though? I walked in expecting things on a bad side, and I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, it delivered. It delivered on everything you thought.
It delivered.
Right?
It delivered on everything it promised. I saw a cruiserweight match that made no sense. I saw a hardcore match that made no sense. I love that we spent most of the matches trying to figure out the rules, and then most of the tag matches ending with someone pinning their own partner. It's amazing.
We saw Brian Knobbs die.
We did. Murdered.
Do you know what I love about that? It was so nonchalant. It was like, well, there he goes. On with the match.
Tony Schiavone's like, someone needs to go outside and check on Brian Knobbs. I think something might be wrong.
Yeah, but the other Bobby the Brain Heenan was like, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you won't get too many people who will argue any differently.
So what do you guys think about that show? Good? Bad?
You know what? I still am in this weird point where I think like the Velocity show still, I want to say, was better. I don't know why.
It was, but only because of that one match. Like all the rest of the shit on Velocity was no good, but that one match just
Well,
happened to
yeah,
be.
because we got
And
Kidman
also,
versus Tajiri, and then we had recap from SmackDown, Bob Holly versus Val Venus in a barn burner,
yeah,
and then the 2-minute long Braun panties match.
but like also the Tajiri versus Billy Kidman match wasn't like it wasn't like amazing. It just happened to be a competent match, and we've seen 3 wrestling shows with less than competent wrestling matches on them. Like, isn't
You
that
know,
amazing?
I just want to point out we did not. This is not like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing where we have intentionally gone and tried to find bad shows. I
Yeah.
had legitimately never seen an In Your House show before, and I'm like, well, we'll start with the first one, and then the Velocity was just like, that was just
Just
a
a
spur of the
random,
moment decision.
yeah, just a
So
random
we have
episode.
not. I think this is the first time we've intentionally tried to find something that was bad.
Yeah, I knew this one was bad, so I'm like, well, you may as well watch that because Corey's gonna get a kick out of it.
I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it is enjoyable in a really like train wrecky. Like, it's fun to ironically kind of look back on it now and go, look at the shit, But like, if you were watching that shit live as a fan, I would have been like, fuck this. What is
So
this?
let's talk about something that just came to mind. Over and over again in that show, we saw multiple people coming out multiple times to beat up the same people.
Yes.
Like Shane Douglas and Ric Flair fought each other several times, and Lex Luger was in there multiple times, and Sting was involved multiple times. All these guys are involved multiple times, except for one instance where 2 people faced each other, and then you didn't see them the rest of the show. And I'm curious if you can remember who they were.
Medusa?
No. It was not Medusa.
She didn't appear anymore in the show.
It was Sean
Billy Kidman?
Stasiak and Mr. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, right?
Ah.
Because they weren't repeatedly rammed down our throat, I almost forgot it happened.
Wow. I mean that probably would have been better than the shit we did see.
That hardcore match, woof.
It was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you can really tell they had no interest in booking Thunder.
so much of that hardcore match is just like, what the fuck? Like, do you remember like the big tiger head out the back of the
Yes.
backstage? We're like, what the fuck? Why was that ever there? Do you think somebody backstage was like, listen, we're gonna have a hardcore match. I need a giant tiger head. It's incredibly important.
Well, it had to have been from the school that they're. I mean, that arena that they were in, it was like college campus arena. So it's like whatever the school is in Colorado Springs. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
I gotta say, maybe it's just me and John talking here, but our schools don't look like that.
Yeah.
You guys don't have mascots. You have like such and such football club.
They have mascots.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not like you. For example, I don't know of many teams like in Premier League that, like, for example, in America we have the Los Angeles Rams. Is there an equivalent to that? It's not like the Manchester, Spring Chickens or anything like that.
No, but you've got Derby County, who are known as the Rams. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like for American sports, like the whole identity is tied towards that animal or, in some cases, racist Native American mascot.
Yes.
I am, by the way, I have I have found something amazing looking for this. Yes, they have the mountain lion, so that's what that's supposed to be. It's the mountain lion.
Okay.
But look up Colorado Springs Toasty. Because I think I just found a mascot that's a s'more.
Toasty?
Toasty. Toasty.
Okay. Everybody else watching the show, you all do this as well,
Yeah,
please.
get on
Oh
this as well.
wow! Holy shit!
I know, right? This is what we need. We need a mascot that's a s'more.
Holy shit. Whoa, he looks fucking awesome.
That's one cool dude right
He
there.
looks so rad.
I just
He's
have
so
to say,
90s. He's
we
so
can thank
90s.
WCW Thunder for this.
His head is on fire. And then fucking Ric Flair comes over and kicks him in the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we can thank WCW Thunder.
I'm kind of interested. If we ever do another episode of Thunder, I really kind of want to like put a dick kick counter up just to see how many times people get hit in the balls because
Well, I think we have to stay in this 2000s period then.
because this episode was ridiculous. Like, how many times? Like, was there a single like actual clean finish on this entire show?
No, every match featured someone running into it, pretty much.
There was always some kind of shenanigans and some kind of bullshit and some kind of like blatant like kicking in the dick or a chair shot or somebody falling off a balcony. It's ridiculous. So there you go. If anybody's out there who wants to see some ridiculousness, watch this episode of Thunder. I dare say watch any episode of Thunder from the year 2000. You'll probably have a good time.
I mean, you could also say that for any Nitro as well. I watched the pay-per-view that came after this. I think it was New Blood Rising was the name of the pay-per-view.
Mhm.
And it is just as chaotic as this.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Because there's one or two.
They
of
really
2000 I've
thought
seen.
that they were like hitting a gold mine by getting Russo involved, but boy, oh boy.
That's so funny when you can kind of see them like in real time, like all losing enthusiasm for this. They're like, "Oh fuck, what have we done?" You know?
Yeah.
And he's coming up with these crazy ideas, and then like Bischoff's just like slowly.
Yeah,
just,
Bischoff
like,
does
dying
slowly
inside.
back away.
Yeah.
Because I think while this is going on, like he is putting together a group of people to buy WCW.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't pan out. But yeah, that's boy. Yeah, the first person in charge that their idea is like, and then I'm gonna be an on-screen character. I think that's when you pull the plug.
Yeah.
Because I think of Dixie Carter, I think if it's Russo, I think it only ever worked for Vince.
Yes.
And I think it's because Vince had no problem making himself look like a fool.
Right. Well, it's just better to avoid that whole business, I think, you know.
Yeah, just don't get into wrestling.
Yeah. Never be a wrestler.
Never be a wrestler.
I think that's the one piece of advice we can give people.
Yeah. The best
Never
advice.
be a wrestler.
Never be a wrestler.
Mm.
All right, well, I think that'll do us for right now. It has been a very interesting viewing and very interesting conversation. I think we actually talked about the matches more this time than we did last time. It came mainly from a place of confusion.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
not like, oh man, this is great. It was like, what the fuck's going on?
seriously, like we said the phrase "what the fuck" way too many times for an hour and a half. You know.
Very true. Well, so that's gonna do us for now. Who knows what we're gonna watch next time? But
we don't even know. We have no idea.
We don't.
No.
Like I said, we picked a random episode of Velocity, and we've not shut up about it since.
Let's watch that one again. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll watch that one again, and John, you can join in.
That's our new show is just us watching that episode of Velocity.
That one episode of Velocity. We're gonna know
over and
something
over
different
again
every time.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
But every time we're like, wow, I really like that Tajiri versus Billy Kidman match.
They didn't do a single like weird dive to the outside for no reason.
They really didn't though. It was really like, sorry, we're doing it again.
All right, we should. We're doing it again. All right. Well, you guys have fun, and we'll chat with you later. And hopefully, you can watch another show with us sometime.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Bye.
Later.
Bye.